War and drought have taken a terrible toll on the people of the Lake Chad Basin, and aid agencies can do little at this stage to address their needs. UNICEF alone needs more than $300 million to cope. It's received only $41 million of that. The World Food Programme and World Health Organization are also appealing for more funding. Countries affected are Chad, Nigeria, Niger and Cameroon.
Now at the unfolding situation in northeast Nigeria, where the advancing military campaign by government forces together with the multinational joint task force against Boko Haram has in recent weeks been exposing a catastrophic situation with incredible suffering among the population.
At the start of 2015, Boko Haram occupied an area the size of Belgium. But the group's been pushed back in the last 18 months by forces from 4 countries in the region. Its fighters still pose a threat, not only to civilians, but to aid workers as well.
There is urgent need for armoured vehicles, military escorts, providing better security and protection for all of us as humanitarians to be able to more effectively reach a vulnerable population.
Boko Haram has now turned to suicide bombings to continue its insurgency, and the group's using children. UNICEF says this year alone it's recorded 38 cases of child suicide bombings. Clementine Logan, CCTV.
Let's get you more on that story now. I'm joined live from Abuja by CCTV Sophia Dengo. Sophia, very serious concerns there. Is the government stepping up efforts to reduce the malnutrition in the north of the country?
Well, on the front line for the government here is the National Emergency Management Agency, and along with WFP, UNICEF, and many other international aid agencies in addressing the issues in northeastern Nigeria and spilling over really into the countries that you have mentioned, Cameroon, Niger, and Chad, all really needing this acute support. Really here, it's the conflict with Boko Haram that has aided in lack of food security to many of these populations. About 550,000 children have been counted so far, or tallied as needing acute food, requirements, and also really needing a sense of first-hand health support here in northeastern Nigeria. So it is one of those conditions that we have seen escalating really in the last 18 months, despite the de-escalation of Boko Haram in controlling territories in the northeast. Penina.
But Sophia, what doesn't add up is the fact that the army keeps making all these gains, claims of gains against the Boko Haram. So then why isn't this aid getting into those places?
Well, that's a very good question, often asked here in Nigeria. What seems to be the problem? Well, let's look at the positive sides at least. The Nigerian government moved their major operation in fighting Boko Haram from Abuja here in the capital city to the northern part of the country where this fighting was taking place in Maiduguri, and also linking together with other countries in providing a joint military task force. On the ground offensive, you have an operation that has really seen Boko Haram push significantly back and covering nearly 2 local government areas, an operation here that has expanded to what we've now seen as an Air Force offensive that has seen a significant amount of ground gained through this surveillance and reconnaissance efforts here. And the Nigerian government still insists that they are indeed making gains with Boko Haram. However, tackling this insurmountable, what seems to be an insurmountable humanitarian crisis is the challenge that is accompanied with fighting insurgency here in the country. Penina.
So what's the latest, Sophia, on the assault against the Boko Haram militants? Do we have any further confirmation on the fate of Abubakar Shekau, his death as claimed by the military?
Well, the Nigerian Air Force, through their operation, Gamma Ike is what's known here, have asserted that they have, through these surveillance and reconnaissance aircrafts that comb the northeastern area and also the border into Cameroon have asserted that they have been able to locate Boko Haram strongholds and attack these targets. Within these targets, just this week, news surfacing that amongst the attacks or the targets was the leader of, and spiritual, of course, guru of Boko Haram, Abu Bakr Shakau. Although these, reports are developing, and of course, proof is still, in finding the body of Abu Bakr Shakau, the Nigerian government really insists that they are zeroing in on Boko Haram, and Boko Haram, of course, will be no more. The idea really here is to canvass this green belt known as the Sambisa Forest in locating the heart of the fighting and, of course, flushing out the members of this group. Panina.
All right, Sophia Dengo, live for us in Abuja. Appreciate those insights, Sophia. Thank you.